Home-delivered meals was started in 1971 by Susan Steiner.
Home-delivered meals had been started in other cities, so I thought, well, I think we need to start one in Winona County. And so I called the meeting, and I just called everybody that I thought might be interested in working in the homes and providing this service. And it was well received right away. That was part of the deal, that the volunteer hopefully could kind of assess and see what was going on, or visit a bit if she could or he could. They had the time, because that just these people lived alone. I mean, they needed food brought in, and so we need to be checking to be sure that they're doing okay.
I'm Charlie Havener, and I've volunteered with Winona Volunteer Services for about 4 years. I've worked in several different areas. My present job is delivering hot meals to 8 or 10 people on my weekly route, who are mostly shut-ins. They just can't get out on their own. And it's more than just delivering a meal. I see them, I talk to them, and I know that they're okay. And if they're not, we have a protocol to follow that will get them the assistance that they need right away. So I usually start out by telling them about the meal that I'm bringing to them today. And we talk a little bit about our kids or our grandkids. And one lady was telling me that her granddaughter had just graduated from high school and she was going to college, and everybody in the family was all excited about that. Sometimes we talk about the weather or maybe the Vikings football game. And you can see in just a matter of minutes a change in their facial expression and their attitude, and they're smiling and they're thinking about something other than their aches and pains. It's really a rewarding job for me. Winona Volunteer Services is a great asset to our community. Their staff here is friendly and well-trained in the services that they provide our community. And the volunteer training is excellent, as well as the scheduling. So if you want to do something for our community, come on down and join our team. I'll buy you a coffee.
Winona Volunteer Services was incorporated in 1973, and through our location moves over the years, one thing has always stayed the same: our purpose and our community.
Well, I had one guy come in on Thursday afternoon. He was going to get married on Saturday. This was Thursday. So I called one of the girls off of the floor, and I said, help this young man find a suit. So they took him back to the men's department and found him a suit. They found him a shirt, and they found him a tie. And when he came to pay the bill, it was $5.50. And I offered him under how that marriage worked out. And I can remember, this is so funny, the jeans came in, and there was a hole about as big as a golf club right in the front. We were all wondering, what in the world happened to these jeans? Well, it just so happened that seamstress Mary, her name was Mary, happened to be there. And she heard us talking and laughing. Oh, she come back. Oh, she said, I can tell you what happened there. She says, those are truck drivers. And when they get up into a truck, always that same spot that gets worn. And she mends them. She said, oh, I mended lots of them.
My name is Jenny Birch, and I am a longtime member of WMB Financial's corporate delivery team for home delivered meals. But my story is actually about my husband's grandmother, who is 93 years old, and she spent many years volunteering at the Winona Volunteer Services clothes shop. She would fold and sort the clothes donations that would come in. So while she worked, she would search for funny or special messages that were printed on the front of t-shirts. And she would search all year long with the intention of wrapping up those t-shirts at Christmas time so that each individual family member at our family Christmas gathering would have their own shirt gift to open. And when Christmas came, we would all gather and Grandma would hand out the shirt gifts, and we would watch as each person, one by one, unwrapped their shirt and held it up to the crowd, and we would all read the message that was on that person's chosen shirt, and we would just laugh at what special, unique message Grandma picked out for that person. So it's just a fun story to remember Grandma and remember her time giving back to Winona Volunteer Services, and certainly something that I will remember forever.
I joined Winona Volunteer Service in 1990. They were located at 71 East 2nd Street. Over the years, Winona Volunteer Service grew by leaps and bounds. We didn't have a cash register. Money was put in a plastic container under the counter. Math was done in your head. The food shelf was the size of a large closet. A coffee can sat on a table for collection of money, just an honor system. Our training was very minimal. We didn't have space for non-seasonal clothing items. Boxes would have to be carried up a flight of stairs to be stored. Soon the area was filled with boxes. We were told we would not receive any more boxes to fill. Once the racks were full on the floor, we were limited to how many hangers we could use. Working with the Thursday group became family, as did the staff and customers. When the purchase of the building at 416 East 2nd Street, we thought we would never run out of room.
My first involvement with Winona Volunteer Services was in 1977. I had taken a job here in Winona and started referring offenders to Winona Volunteer Services who were being released from the correctional facility for basic clothing and food items. These individuals came back to their home community with just $100 gate money, and the institutional clothing that they were wearing. So this helped these individuals make a better and smoother transition back to the home community. In about 1986, our women's security unit was being rebuilt. The women were being moved to a northern correctional facility. They had only the normal prison garb, which was hospital-type sweats and flip-flops. And with the move to the northern Minnesota institution, there was a very big need for warm clothing since they were going to be outside quite often. We came to all of the field staff for assistance in securing proper winter gear. I contacted Winona Volunteer Services and was able to get a carload of winter boots and hats and gloves, etc. It is so good for me to give back to an organization which helped out so many offenders that I had worked with. I love working here and hope to continue for many years to come. Thanks to our past executive directors, Jim, Vicki, John, and currently Sandra, along with all the past and present board members, volunteers, donors, we will be continuing to do great work for another 50 years and beyond.
For 50 years, our core values have led us in serving the Winona community and will continue to do so into the future. Coming together is a beginning. Staying together is progress. And working together is success. Thank you for the past 50 years. We're excited for what the future will bring.